Hello, my name is Tom Stiles, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And what I'm going to attempt to show you, and I don't know how successful, I've been playing with it before I started the camera and got some crazy things happening, so I'm not sure what's happening here, but I'm going to record it anyway. And what I've done is I set up that broom antenna. That broomstick antenna is outside, and it comes in via this coax, which is a brand new coax, not terribly high quality, but it's a coax. And I originally hooked it up to the Grundig 450, and the reason being is the 450 has an F-type connector for the external antenna on the back. And it's a little tricky to get this on there because it's kind of recessed and a little hard to get to, but I got it on there and I tightened it down, and I switched between the internal antenna using the whip antenna and external antenna, and I had a very good signal on 20 megahertz WWV with the whip antenna, and I had no signal, no signal, with the broomstick antenna, which is outside 15 feet in the air. Now, I had gotten similar results when I did this about 3 months ago, and I thought it was a bad coax. So that's why I bought this new coax. But it's doing the same thing. And let's see, I think I'm on external right now and nothing is hooked up. And I gotta watch because I'm hitting the rafters. Yeah, so let's go to internal. There's WWV. Very loud and very clear. The S meter is pegged. Okay, we're going to turn that down. Now, like I said, you'll have to just trust me because I'm not going to hook it up again because it was such a disaster. But I hooked this coax from the broomstick antenna to the, let me get this whip antenna down so it doesn't hit the rafters, to this connector right here. Is that showing up? Yeah, it's showing up right there. And I tightened it down tight. And when I switched from internal to external, I got nothing on WWV, nothing. And so I thought, well, I've seen cases where when you connect the shield on a KNX cable, the signal goes to zero. And that's usually not a good sign. So what I have done now is I've got this jerry rig. Well, that's probably not the right term to use anymore. I've got this kludge, and I'm just going to connect the center pin to the center pin with this jumper cable. And it's connected now. And then we're going to swing the radio back around carefully, not to break any connections. And I'll extend the telescopic antenna again. And we'll turn the volume back up. So we're on internal. Still good. Okay, I'm going to switch to external. No change. Exactly the same. As far as my ear can tell, exactly the same. Now I'm going to disconnect that external antenna, and the signal goes away totally. So the external antenna is working, but at least for that signal, it appears there's no difference between the external broomstick and the internal whip. Now, let's go to another frequency. Let's try 10 megahertz. I haven't used this radio for a while, so bear with me. And we'll go to fast tuning. Oh, there's a, where is that button? Quick tune, yeah. Okay, that didn't work. Let's go to fast tuning. Oh, it's on slow. And let's crank down. Boy, I missed my keypad entry. Oh, I know what's wrong. I forgot this radio. You have to choose the band you want. So we want the next band down. There we go. Gosh. And there's 10 megahertz. And let me check that I haven't shorted this out. I'm not getting anything with the external broomstick antenna. Let's go to the internal. I'm getting noise. So turn the volume down. Okay, so at least the external antenna, even though I'm only using the center conductor, eliminates all that noise at 10 megahertz. Now, possibly, and I didn't try it, and if I can get that connector back on, I'll try connecting this up the way it's supposed to be at 10 megahertz and see if it works at 10 megahertz. So let's try that. This is going to be kind of a lengthy video because I'm actually trying to do things while I'm recording. So I'm going to turn the radio off, swing back to the back. I'm going to put this telescopic antenna down so it's not hitting anything. Pull my little pin out, take the alligator clip off, and hook this directly. Now, the problem is it's really hard to tighten this thing on. And last time it took me 15 minutes. I had to get several tools to get the right size tool. And getting it started is a bear. Okay. And I think it's part of the poor quality of this cable. That's part of the problem. So embarrassed as I am, I'm still recording. And I'll try to get this tightened on here within a reasonable amount of time. You can use that 2x function on YouTube to fast forward through this boring part. And it's going pretty good this time. I think the connector is loosened up a little bit. And it's turning a lot better than it did the first time I tried hooking it. And this is a very fine thread, so it takes about 30 turns to tighten it up. And it always makes you wonder, is it really tightening it up or is it just spinning? Okay, that's tight. And we'll turn it back around and we'll turn it back on. And we'll turn the volume back up. Nothing. Now we'll go, that's external, we'll go to internal. Maybe I still had it on internal. Oh, I did. Sorry, that's on internal antenna. And I've got it there, it's fully extended now. So that's internal antenna, external antenna. I don't hear the signal any better, but the noise is considerably less. Now I'm in my workshop, which is typically not too noisy. I don't have my computer on. I do have some lights on. They don't seem to have any effect. But I'm not getting anything at 10 megahertz on either the internal or external. So let's go down to 5 megahertz. And we'll use that quick tune button. Oop, we went too far. Okay. 5 megahertz for WWV. Nothing there. And it's, I always forget to tell the time. It's a Thursday, and it's 10:48 local time here in Florida in the U.S. And you can do the conversion to UTC because they keep changing it. Sometimes it's minus 5 hours, minus 4 hours. I think right now it's minus 5 hour difference. So nothing there. It's, like I say, it's 10:48 in the morning, which is not the best time, to receive shortwave in the lower bands. So let's go up to the upper bands. So we'll go to band 3. Yeah, maybe that's not what I want. There you go. There's 15 megahertz. Kind of noisy, but you can hear it. That's on the external antenna, the broomstick antenna. You can barely hear it in the noise. And we'll go to internal, and all you get is more noise. You can still, the signal levels seem to be about the same, but you got more noise using the telescopic antenna. So we'll go back up to 20 again. Quick tune. I didn't make it. See if it'll make it to 20. Okay, there's 20 megahertz. Pretty good, you can hear the clicks. 20 megahertz. This is internal antenna, telescopic antenna. We'll go to external. Signal gone. No signal. This is what I was seeing earlier when I actually hook the, let me turn it off. When I hook the external broomstick antenna to the F connector so that it's hooked up, that's the way you should hook it up properly, I get no signal. It's like it's shorting it out. I checked to see if there was a short. There's no short, at least DC wise, there's no short. Now, I'll take it back off again. So it didn't help on 5, 10, 15, and 20. It actually reduced the amplitude. So we'll take this back off. Radio's off, yeah. And it, you know, it could even be a problem with the connector on the radio, but this is a brand new radio, so I don't think that's the problem. Or it could be this cheap coax I bought. So it's kind of inconclusive in that if I hook the broomstick antenna up what I would call incorrectly, in that I'm not using the ground in the shielded cable, it seems to, let's say it seems to be about the same as the telescopic antenna. Of course, you know, with these types of experiments, we got so many variables, you don't know really what's going on. You know, like I say, it could be that there's something wrong with this connector on the radio. Don't know. I don't have any of my other antennas that have this kind of connector. Okay, we finally got the connector off. We'll go back and use our little kludge. We're only using the center pin and the center pin here. And I'm sure there's some people out there that can tell me exactly what's going wrong here. And please do leave comments. I love comments. And so we'll turn it back on. 20 megahertz. 15 hours, 53 minutes, coordinated universal time. Pretty good. This is on internal, the whip antenna. We'll go to external. Maybe a tiny bit better. Not a lot. And we'll go back down to 15 megahertz real quick. Real quick. Yeah, right. Real quick. Quick tune. There. Okay. This time of day, you would expect 15 megahertz to be the strongest. kind of fading in and out. Okay, I think we wasted enough of your time. I think my conclusion is that using coax cable, and for some reason I can't hook it up properly so that I've got the ground connected. Don't know what that's about. But in connected to the broomstick antenna, it appears that just using the center connector, the signal level of the actual transmission is about the same, but the noise level is reduced, which makes listening better because you get rid of some of that noise. So I'm going to give this broomstick antenna thing, if I conclude, that I don't still have a cable problem. Like I say, this is the second cable I've tried, and I don't have a problem with the radio. I'm going to conclude the broomstick antenna is a waste of money. That's the show for today. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.